edition of Inside ULM Athletics with Scott McDonald. I'm Mike Hammett, and of course joined by Athletic Director Scott McDonald. And Scott, here we are. It is the final week of the football season already. It always flies by. Hard to believe it's here. And of course that means those Ragin' Cajuns are coming up to Malone Stadium, and we'd love to see everybody out there Saturday afternoon.
It's going to be a beautiful day on Saturday, mid-60s, partly sunny, and 2 o'clock, Malone Stadium is going to be the place to be.
It's going to be an exciting atmosphere and a lot on the line, too, because these are two teams. Both have hit that 6-win mark. Unfortunately, this year it's looking like there's going to be more bowl-eligible teams in all of college football than there are slots to fill. So you need another win. You like to get that 7th win, feel a little better about things. And plus, both teams still could be in that conference championship game. I mean, there's a lot on the line. This is a big, big game.
Yeah, conference championship implications right here. Warhawks beat ULL on Saturday. Of course, Arkansas State, who we're tied with presently in that Western Division, they're going to Texas State and have to play a game there. We'll look at the outcome of that game later in the evening. But we're just going to take care of business here Saturday and let everything else let the chips fall where they may, because what we control is what happens on Saturday, and we've got an All-American here that's going to tell us about what's going to happen on Saturday.
Absolutely. We've got Marcus Green with us from the ULM football team. Of course, the wide receiver, kick returner, punt returner, do everything, man, and that's why he's up for one of the national awards, too, which we'll get to in a little bit. But, Marcus, I wanted to start with, you're back for a senior season. You've already got your degree. You had the chance. You could have left ULM. You could have gone somewhere else, not come back here this season, but you chose to be a part of this team and be a part of the culture that's building here. What made you decide to stay here and stick with what Coach Viator and this group has done here at ULM?
Just the transparency of the coaching staff. They've always been here for me, since they got here. I like the way that the way that the offense works. Coach Cube does a great job of using us and getting us in the right spot to be successful on the football field. And so I just felt like ULM was home, and it's been a home. It's my 5th year here. I know everyone here in Monroe, and I was like, why leave when I could just stay here?
Get after it here with this team this season. What's it been like? Because offensively, it seems like it took a little while to get going. You guys kind of hit your stride. I know didn't quite turn out the way you wanted this last Saturday, but how's this offense kind of progressed throughout the year?
We've slowly progressed. I believe one of our most complete games may have been at either against Georgia Southern or Coastal Carolinas, where we really woke up, and we started out pretty rough, and right now I feel like we got everything we need, and we got a couple guys back from injury, so hopefully we can put the full offense to effect this weekend.
Looking at this team, too, and how this works, I mean, everybody knows in this league about Marcus Green. And so you draw that top assignment every week from the other team's defense. What's that mean to you, and how do you accept that role of being the guy and drawing the attention?
I think it's how other teams pay respect by knowing where I am on every play, but when you do that, we got guys like R.J. Turner, Demarius Gillespie, Jonathan Hodo, Brandius Batiste, and those guys are great playmakers as well. So if you double cover me, you're going to leave one of them open, and I wouldn't want to do that.
Scott, a guy like Marcus, where we talked about he chose to be here for another season. He got his degree. That opens up a lot of options for athletes these days. That's impressive to see a young man like this come back and embrace that leadership role here at ULM.
Absolutely. He's the epitome of what we're looking for in student athletes here at ULM. And we've always said this, that the difference between somebody who makes it in life and those that don't is persistence. And what Marcus has gone on a path. He had choices, and he chose to be at ULM initially, and then he chose to stay here. And I think that says a lot about him as a young man, and it says a lot about where we're progressing as a program.
Absolutely. This is a program, too, Scott. I'll stick with you for a minute, because Marcus isn't the only one. There were several guys on this year's team who already have their degrees that they stuck around. Just how impressive is it for a program that not only are they progressing on the field, but academically they have so many guys that have gotten their degrees or right there and they're ready to graduate here in December or May. It's just incredible to see this senior class and the success they've had.
Well, as Coach Viator went through Monday at the quarterback club, he went through with the seniors that were there, And the first thing he mentioned is their academic progress, and almost all of them had already graduated. The rest of them are scheduled to graduate either in December or in the spring. So, again, it's a testament to these young men and how hard they've worked both on the field and off the field. And what we're starting to see on the field now is that production and that success, the results of all their hard work that they've put in since they've been here.
Marcus, this team, now that you're in a spot, we have a chance to go to a bowl game. You've been through this entire program. You've been through the coaching change. You've been through just the building, the changing of the culture and everything. What does it mean to be right here and have a chance Saturday to go out, get a win, and make sure this program takes that next step?
I believe this may be one of the biggest games of my career, biggest games at Malone Stadium since I've been here. And we're just ready. Both teams are pretty even, same record, and winner takes all. And it doesn't get any bigger than this, and a rival game at home. So it's going to be pretty big for us.
It's exciting. And Scott, too, I mean, this situation. It's awfully exciting.
Oh, it's very exciting. You think about it this way. The winner of this game is going to be guaranteed no less than, co-champions of this Western Division. So it has the opportunity to say the championship comes through Monroe, like we've been saying, meaningful game here in November, right? And then for this class, these 14 seniors that will be on the field Saturday, to have the opportunity to attain a lot of those goals, to play in a game that has championship implications here in November, and have an opportunity to go on and have another game in December. I don't know of anything else more exciting for our football program right now.
Absolutely. As the season's gone along, too, of course, Marcus has gotten all sorts of attention. The Paul Hornung Award Committee, they like him a lot anyway. He's one of the nominees, and you can vote. There's a component of determining who wins the award done through a vote, and I know Marcus, it's kind of been all over social media. You can find on Facebook, Twitter, and whatnot to go vote for you, but you were kind of telling me before, it's kind of crazy how this has all gone along. Your mom's been great about sharing this. You've had some support back home. Just what's this experience been like to try to get fans to vote for you and go out and get this award?
I actually never really knew how big it was until I actually read into it. I read it, and it's like the most versatile player in college football. And I'm like, I look at the guys and the schools that they're from, and I'm like, wow, it's amazing to even be on the list with these guys. And so, I mean, it's just big, and my mom's been pressing it like no other on Facebook, sharing it every day. Every time I wake up and get on Facebook, it's always so-and-so tags you in this and shared this, and I'm just grateful to have such a great team behind me and community back home, too, as well as Monroe to be pushing it for me.
And, he talks about his community back home. Let me just share a quick story. I hadn't even had a chance to share this with Marcus. Last year, my family was at Disney, and while we were going through the parks, a lot of the staff members, cast members, wear badges with their name, but they also put where they're from, the community they're from. And so we run into this lady, and it had Pontotoc, Mississippi on there. And so I immediately, of course, said, hey, and referenced Marcus, and she lit up like a Christmas tree. And the first 4 or 5 things she said complimentary to Marcus had nothing to do with his football ability. It was just about what a great young man he is, and what he meant to the community, and how that whole community, they can't wait to see, Saturday and Sunday, whether they're watching, listening, or having to catch the statistics on Sunday. But they're all following Marcus. But all she could talk about was what an outstanding young man he is.
It's got to be exciting to have all that go on, and yet you're part of this team, and I know this group, you guys have come together. Just how's this group, you get this attention, but it seems like your teammates, they've got to be excited about this too, because, and I'm sure you wouldn't do this without what they're able to do for you.
Right. They actually do a lot, whether it's, me and another receiver being on the same side, drawing attention. I'm not the only receiver that draws attention. Mm-hmm. It's just in certain packages and formations I draw the attention, because we have other great receivers on the team. But, yeah, my teammates, they do a pretty good job of, helping me get it out there. They're excited for me as well.
You talk about it's the most versatile player in college football, and not only do you play receiver, not only do you return kicks, but you're in the backfield too, and take the handoff sometimes, and you've had some long runs this season too. Just what's it mean to be a part of this offense, and how do you, I guess, work it in here where you have so many different multiple roles. How do you keep it all together and know what you've got to do in certain sets?
Yeah, it's quite a job, especially with the playbook and the signal calls, because I'm getting coached by Coach Carr, and then I'm also in the backfield getting coached by Coach Ricard, and so you just have to remember your different rules here and there. But Coach Cube has done a great job of getting me in the backfield, especially in the passing game, because most of the time I'm matched up with a linebacker man to man, and I'd rather outrun a linebacker than have to run with a safety or a corner. But he's done a great job of getting me out there.
Well, we're coming up on a couple of things here. I wanted to give Marcus a chance to kind of appeal to the fans. We talked about the voting Get Out. That's on social media. You can find it on Facebook, Twitter. It's all over the place. The Paul Hornig Award, if you want to look it up, through the Louisville Sports Commission. First of all, final home game coming up Saturday, Senior Day. What's your appeal to the fans? Tell them to get out to the stadium. What do you want to see from the fans on Saturday?
I want to see you guys loud. Need you guys third down when the defense is on the field. We need you guys loud as ever. It's probably one of the biggest games in Malone Stadium in a very long time, and we need you guys.
And then, of course, on that note, Senior Day, what's it mean? What's it going to mean for you to be out on that field for the last time?
It's going to be a bittersweet moment. I actually tweeted a few days ago. I was like, final game in Malone Stadium. I was like, I told myself I wasn't going to cry, and which my mom's probably going to take care of all of that. She's going to be the one boo-hooing. But it's a bittersweet moment. We've had some good times, some bad times, and it's just been a heck of a journey since I've been here, and I've enjoyed every minute of it.
I also want to take a chance, too. It's coming up next week, Warhawk Giving Day, too, to help support scholarships at ULM, and obviously you've been a part of that and benefited from that. Just what's it mean to be able to have that and help you not only play football here, get that education, get that degree? What's that meant to you, too?
University of Louisiana Monroe they were the only school to offer me a scholarship out of high school, and I'm very grateful for that. The bonds and the friendships that I've developed over the past few years here has been, second to none, and I'm very grateful to have received my bachelor's degree in kinesiology, fitness, and sports industry while currently working on my master's in exercise science. So I'm just grateful for the opportunity.
Scott, we mentioned that. I know when I've talked to you before, Warhawk Giving Day coming up. It's so exciting this time of year when people are being generous and thinking about where they're going to give. You impact a lot of lives when you give to that scholarship fund.
Absolutely. National Day of Giving, and November 27th, we'll have, of course, an opportunity for people to give here to Warhawk Athletics. And there's if you go out on Twitter, Facebook, you'll see a lot of our student athletes making that appeal through video, talking about what this scholarship and what this opportunity has meant to them, not only to perform on the field, but as you said, Mike, have the opportunity in the classroom to advance their education and begin to plan a career post-college.
Speaking of that, you're getting to that point. Have you started thinking about what's coming up next for Marcus Green after you close this chapter?
Hopefully postseason I can find me a good spot to train and get ready for Pro Day and hopefully get into the NFL Combine, and we'll see what goes from there. But as of right now, the only thing on my mind is Saturday.
Oh,
Saturday
good answer.
You
like
right.
that,
Yeah.
huh?
Yes, sir.
Yep, get after it Saturday. Scott, I know this is, like we said, it's exciting. It's the Cajuns. We want you out here at Malone on Saturday.
Really need everybody in this community to understand how important this is and how important their support is to Marcus and his teammates, his coaching staff, his administration. We're going to have a good showing Saturday. I know these young men are going to come out and lay it on the line Saturday, and we have a good football team, have a really good football team, and we have an opportunity to go to postseason. And once we get in those bowls, it'll be another nationally televised event for this university, for this community. It'll have an opportunity for players like Marcus to showcase their abilities and have opportunities to go and, like you said, be in the Combine, be in the Senior Bowl, those sorts of things. And every time we can get that ULM brand out there, certainly it benefits everybody, not just here in the university, but in this community.
Absolutely. It's an exciting time here at ULM. Scott, anything else before we wrap up this edition?
Just remind everybody, men's basketball is at Tennessee Tech
right.
on Friday. Women's basketball team won 2 in a row, and they'll be at UNO on Sunday. So Sunday we'll be relaxing, and hopefully Marcus will be relaxing, and we'll be talking about all the different bowl scenarios that we'll be going through.
That's right. Yeah, get after it. And, of course, those season tickets for basketball still available.
They're still available.
Yeah, a bunch of home games coming up in December, and so You haven't missed much yet. Get on out there and enjoy it. It's going to be a fun time. So, Marcus, thank you. Congratulations on a great career. Best of luck Saturday, and hope to fill up this stadium Saturday for sure.
Oh, yeah, for sure. Thank you. Thank you guys for having me.
That's another edition of Inside ULM Athletics with Scott McDonald. Thanks for joining us.